Hello. Right. Have you been wondering about what present to get your significant other for Christmas, for the holidays, for Valentine's, for their birthday? Delete where it's applicable, unless you can't be bothered. And then just keep this whole thing together. Well, I'm going to give you 10 ideas for presents that won't break the bank. And I'm going to give you a free 11th one as a bonus. And I must know what I'm talking about because I have this really expensive, lovely guitar here, which I'm not saying I can actually play, but it lends me an air of authority to have something this expensive here. Obviously I can play it. I was just joking. Now, I'm not suggesting you buy this because this is far too expensive. But anyhow, let's get straight to the list. I've got them written down because my memory's too bad. So, number one is mini amps. Now, this can go, as my beautiful assistant here is showing you, is hiding. This can go all the way from cheap and cheerful. Here's a really, really cheap Donner amp. I think it was like $15–20, something like that. In my other studio I have a Black Star Fly 3, which is a great amp. What I've also got here is this Positive Grid Spark Go amp, which is great because it can simulate lots of different cabs and effects pedals and heads, and you can make that sound like anything. That's quite an expensive version. But also, and be careful when you give this, here's a little guitar amp, goes in there, headphones in there. This has got 6 inbuilt effects and 3 inbuilt amp simulators. This is great. You plug headphones in so you can hear it, except if you give this gift, you're basically saying, I don't want to hear you play, your playing is awful, which might be the wrong message, although you'll still hear this. Even though they can hear the amplified sound, you'll still hear something akin to this. Which isn't so bad if they can play, but if like me they can't, that's going to get old really quickly. Okay, so what I'm going to do here is down below in the description I'm going to put a link to where you can support the channel by buying some of these things. They'll all be together on a single page from a single Europe-wide and USA-wide retailer. Not everything will be there, but you can go and have a look at some of these things if you want to choose any of them. Buy them for your significant other. So the next one on there is digital interfaces. If your guitarist significant other likes to record and make music, I would suggest Focusrite Scarlett's good. There's a solo, but I'd say a 212 or a 414 if you can afford it. This is the most expensive thing on the list. Next is something that you can tell I probably need, which is guitar lessons. So either with somebody local, which is a bit weird because you then have to know they're going to get on and they might want to do sample lessons first. Or in my case, for Christmas, my wife is buying me online guitar lessons with Andy Guitar. And I'm going to start right back from the beginning, right back as a beginner to try and wipe away any bad habits I've picked up. Maybe like, instead of playing a G like that, I tend to do that, which I think is probably a bad habit. Next is tuners, because everyone needs to tune their guitar. These go all the way from cheap and cheerful, and I've got examples here. These are clip-on tuners, if I can turn them on, which to me are virtually disposable. I've got loads of these hanging around. There's basically one in every case I've got as well, I think, in every gig bag. From this low end, these are fine. I just made an A there. That was interesting with my voice. But if it's a real nice present you're looking for, then king of the clip-ons to me is probably something from TC Electronics. I've also got a pedal board version of that tuner on my pedal board, which is the best tuner I've ever come across. Next up is something I'm not sporting here, which is a wireless guitar system. This one is still in its box because I'm going to do an unboxing video about it, but one end goes in your guitar, the other end goes in your amp. You can walk around. If you want to know how good they are and how good this particular one is, then why not subscribe and watch out for the video where I show you all about that particular wireless system. Most guitarists love wireless systems, although you know, we play sat here right in front of our pedal boards, and even gigging. Stages are so small, we're not playing Wembley Stadium. Stages are so small that we're stood in front of our pedal boards. So who knows? Right, the next one, I haven't actually got an example here to show you, but one thing all guitarists love is biographies by other guitarists, especially famous ones. I've read some great ones down the years, you know, anybody famous, anybody, you know, Keith Richards or someone like that. Anyone who made a mark in guitars, and they're going to be thankful or interested in it. So the next one is straps, but these can be tricky because as guitarists we have our own preferences, and we often want them, if you can see this, with the name of the guitar on. So I've got a Gibson strap there from my Gibson Les Paul. Over there I've got a Fender strap with a Fender strap on it. Let me bring that guitar a bit closer. So there we go, there's my Fender guitar, there's my Fender Strat. There's my Fender Strat guitar, there's my Fender Strap. Try not to get those two mixed up. Strap, Strat. So, straps can be good. The thing is, the heavier the guitar, the wider, more padded they need to be. So something heavy like a Les Paul, which can be really heavy, you want something leather, something wide, something padded for that. But lighter guitars, you can probably get away with something else. Just don't buy them anything too cheap, and don't be surprised if they don't use it, because they may already have a favourite strap. We're weird like that. So the next one is something all guitarists need. They're a consumable. It's the things we mesh our fingers into. You know, our soft little human fingers. We rub them against all this metal here. I mean, God, people say playing other instruments are difficult. I don't see keyboard players having to mesh their fingers into metal just to do something like this. You ever see that? So strings, here it's like shoe size. Guitarists have their preferences. But one thing I've been thinking about recently is everyone should play with nines, size 9 to 42. Now that's the thinnest string, top E, which is on the bottom, to E, to lowest E, which is on the top. So that's 9 gauge to 42 gauge. Now one way you can think of this, oh, I've got some strings here. Any good quality strings would do. Look out and see what they normally buy. Look out and see perhaps something that they don't normally get. These just happen to be all I have in stock at the moment. So 9s, which are probably good for guitars like this Stratocaster or a Telecaster, something like that. So that's 9 to 42. And then here I've got 10 to 46 gauge. You probably want to put on something like this Les Paul, but having said that, I would just say make them try 9s. Just buy some 9s and say, look, just try them out. Recording your current strings, try these strings. Trust me, I know what I'm doing. I'm a non-guitarist, and they'll love you for it. they'll say, thank you very much. Okay, so another thing you can get them is some sort of cleaning or even maintenance kit. So a maintenance kit is one expensive end. Depends if they set up their own guitars. Depends if they like to make their own repairs. There's a few things everyone needs to do. Obviously, everyone needs to learn how to restring their guitar, but they might want to sort of polish frets, I guess. They might want to lubricate their nut. Yeah, I know how that sounds. I heard it there for the first time. They might want to set up, you know, their bridge and their pickups. They might want to set up action. They might want to set up their action, which is the string height, usually marked as the distance from the 12th fret to the string. I like a low action, but also I would say that also includes things like fretboard conditioner and string conditioner, for want of a better word. Yeah, these are all things that probably should be in a gig bag, in a toolbox, in a tool bag. And if your guitarist in your life hasn't tried them, then they might well be like interested. Okay, so the last of the 10 is picks. Now picks cost nothing, and you can usually pick up some sort of gift set or something for next to nothing. These really are sort of Christmas stocking filler ideas, but you can get ones that are lots of different types of picks, lots of different thicknesses and types. Okay, I like 81 to 83, and a lot of guitarists stick with what they know, but they might be having to try something new. If they've got a box of it, how do they know what's perfect for them? They might just have picked pick up a pick. They might have just picked up a pick at some point and thought, yeah, that works. I'll stay with that. That's the one for me. So give them the gift of choice. See what they make of it. Right, and now we come to my special 11th choice. Thank you for staying this long. If you stayed this long, you're amazing. My 11th idea is, why not get them some guitar-based t-shirts for the him or her or they guitarist in your life. There's some great ones on my website. Maybe there's some designs floating about as we speak. Maybe I've even put the address somewhere to go to. It certainly will be in the video description. You can go there. There might be something there for the guitarist in your life. Might be something there they'll be so pleased that you gave them. Who knows? Well, thanks for staying to the end of this video. I hope you had some good ideas there. Go check out the description to see where you can buy these things from. You can help the channel. I'll get a small kickback. It'll be no more expensive to you, but I'll get a small kickback. Until then, say hi to the guitarist in your life from me, and I hope you have a great life together. Bye now. that was shit, wasn't it?